Hello everyone, and today we're back for another Loomian Legacy showcase video. And in this video, we're going to be showcasing Protogon. And I know what everyone is thinking. Why are you showcasing Protogon? It didn't get any new moves. Well, it has a brand new move in Barbs, meaning I can actually use it as not only as an offensive Loomian, but I can also use it as a hazards lead. So I have 108 in the health, 192 range attack, and 200 in the speed. And I know what everyone is thinking. Why are you not running Nimble? Well, Protogon kind of lacks damage without the Analyze boost. And since I'm using the Clutch Plush to stay alive, I should be able to get the 1v1 against other faster things anyway. So the plan is make my Protogon a little bit stronger so I can deal a little bit more damage with Dart Burst, Zip Zap, and Energy Surge. And while still using it as a hazard Barbs lead. So I'm running a little bit more damage so I can hit a little harder while dropping a little bit of its speed. Not sure how this is going to work. I was thinking about using Boots Protogon at one point, but I haven't had another Loomian on this team that can utilize Boots better. So I'm using the Clutch Plushie so I can guarantee stay alive for a turn. Maybe even set up 2 layers of hazards. Either that, or set up a laser of hazards, and then zip zapping back out. The team I have around Protogon is, I'm running a hazard stacking team with Gargoylem Defense, and double Power Nap or Core with Wiki Wiki to heal my HP back. So it's definitely a semi-stall team with 3 hard-hitting Loomians. But my Infernix has a little bit of offense as well. Despite this being a Power Napper Infernix, I have a little bit of offense with Pure Smart and 200 ranged attack TPs. I have Wendolyn as a hit and runner, and I got Terrafly who can just utterly nuke stuff with its ambush ability. While Wiki Wiki can take out plant types and hit them back for super effective damage with Muck Blast. So with that out of the way, let's see how Protogon does in battle. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with Protogon, and let's see what you have. Well, I'm 100% going to bring Protogon in this battle. The problem is that it definitely does look like a fog team, so I'm going to have to be kind of careful. Not to mention, very nimble Inferior always outspeeds Protogon, so that is something I do got to be careful about. There's also that guy that can do a lot of damage. So there's a lot of Loomians I'm going to have to be kind of careful against. Problem is I don't actually do that much damage to Ursul. I got to bring Restrictive Armor Luminami just to stand a chance against it. And bring Shadow Sprint just so I'm not completely dead. As for anything else, I got to bring Gargolem for the Helvetic. Super Beetle's going to be tough, but not impossible. Who should be the last thing I bring? Should I bring Towerfly and just try to nuke something? I could. Thing is that I don't know if he has hazard. So, but you're specialty boot, so you actually outspeed that. And if I can make my calls correctly, I can get rid of his entire team with it. So we're just gonna lead Protogon and see if we can get big damage Dart Burst immediately. Okay, it leads with the Helvetic, which is interesting. I get a ranged attack increase. I have no idea what this Helvetic set is. And honestly, I kind of do not want to know if it's boots or not. I just want to switch and see what happens. So, I'm just going to play this. He made the predict. Oh god, he made the predict. That's not a good start. I'll go for a layer of Barbs so I can get some chip damage on everything. He does have a Himber, so I'm not placing... That's why I'm not placing Icicle Traps. I want to keep the Clutch Plushie alive if I can. Yeah, I wanted to keep the Clutch Plushie alive. The thing that scares me is I don't have an air type. And unfortunately, my Luminami is forced to come in. So, if you can read this trap, if this is a ranged Timber, it could just be Mudslide to get rid of hazards, because I don't think he has any other hazard remover. That might be why he just immediately went Himber. No, he just placed Icicle Traps. And my hazard removal is nothing. Yeah, my hazard removal is Gargolem Defense. I'm already losing. I'm already on the back foot. So yeah, we're already in trouble because I already lost my Clutch Plushie. That was the worst possible scenario. There's Sumo Beetle. Sumo Beetle switches into hazards, which is nice. But I can't really switch out into anything. I at least get a little damage off, so that's good. I can go for a Flash and Flay. Maybe I can get a Mudslide off. Actually miss Double Beat, which, you know what, I'll happily take. I'll happily take a missing a Double Beat any day of the week. I could maybe go into Terrafly, but that's really not the play. I really want to find a way. I think I know how to play this. This sucks, but I'm going to have to do this. I have a plan. I'm going to go Gargolem, risk a potential counter stance or counter poise, and try to get rid of the Icicle Traps. It's going to be risky, but I could potentially get my clutch plushie thing back into the game. So I'm willing to make this risk just to take out icicle traps. Maybe it's not the right call, but I'm willing to do this. And that actually did not even KO me either, which is even better. Even better, that doesn't even KO me. I can actually go back into... I really want to switch. I'm just going to drive X-Force in case he goes into Himber. He went Himber, didn't he? Oh, he went Tyrannics! Oh, he went Tyrannics! That's not good. So Fog comes up, meaning my Analyze ability does not come out. Good thing is I do outspeed, so I can actually try to get a layer of hazards up. So I'm going to go for another layer of Barbs, so if Himber comes back in, I get more chip. Probably just going to go for the Flash and Flee into Ursul. He has Teardown on his Tyrannics. Okay, so that's his hazard removal. Good. Good to know. That's his hazard removal. I'm just going to spam Barbs then, as he keeps... I'll let him waste his Fog turns then. Fine. Waste your Fog turns. There's the Flash and Flay. That KOs me. If he goes Himber, this play is really going to come down who he goes into. So I got to layer hazards up. Ursul comes in. Alright, Ursul comes into hazards as I go Luminami. That's kind of the play I'm forced to make here, unfortunately. I could go Wyndolin, but Windolin's risky. I'd rather go into Luminami. I'd rather get my item slapped off. I don't think it's the end of the world. He just Steel Trap, which, you know what? Not the end of the world, because guess what? Flash and Flee does a lot of damage. And then I can now go into Wyndolin Shadow Sprint. Wyndolin Shadow Sprint is looking pretty good here. And if he goes Himber, I have a plan. I know how to play this. I know how to play this. I don't want to make a risk. I just want to Shadow Sprint and actually get rid of the Ursul if I can. I have to get rid of Ursul. If I don't get rid of Ursul, I'm in trouble. So Layer of Barbs is up. The problem is that Himber comes back in for free. So if he goes Himber, I have to fade away into Protogon. Instead, he goes Tyrannics. He instead goes Tyrannics. Probably going to go for the Teardown play. If he goes for the Teardown play, then Protogon's the play here. I have a Clutch plushie up. If he tears down, I can play aggressively. That's going to be the plan here. I'm going to get a melee attack boost. Oh, I got rage, so he's melee defense. Good to know. Perfect! That's the best case scenario. Because I now still have my Clutch plushie up, which is awesome. So even though hazards are gone, I still have my Clutch plushie up, and there's only 2 turns of Fog left. Now I can just click Dart Burst. It hopefully hit a lot of times. It only hit 3 times. You gotta be kidding me. It only hit 3 times? It only hit 3 times? And that's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, I actually didn't do that much. You know what? Barbs. Why not? I'm going to set up a layer of Barbs myself. I'm going to click the new move. He can't go Himber. He went Helvantic instead. His Helvantic's Boots is the problem. His Helvantic is indeed Boots. So, I can't switch in that easily. But I do have Terrafly if need be. And Wyndolin can do a lot of damage. Problem is Fog can come up is the problem. Fog can come up. I kind of don't know how to play this. I mean, I could go... Let's go Terrafly. Terrafly is the safest play to make. Plus, I can Parasitize the Helvantic. And since I'm Boots, I actually do outspeed. Yeah, he went for Thunder, which... Ow! That's so much! The good thing is that he is taking recoil. He's definitely Boots. I hope he's not nimble. Okay, yeah, I outspeed. Good. So, I get some chip. I get some much-needed chip on Helvantic. I needed that. That chip was needed, because now... he has to recoil himself, and I can save my other guy for the back. He is aggressive, so I have to go Lumi then. Fun fact, I have to go Luminami. Good to know. I have to go Luminami to at least soak the hit. This sucks. But then I can Shadow Sprint, so it's not the end of the world. I should still be able to live this, but... no, I don't. I honestly thought I would live that. That is not ideal. I know he's Boots. I can't play that card. Yeah! Me losing that Gargolem early is not looking so hot. I have to go Wyndolin. Wyndolin's my only play. I know what he has left. Oh, he has one more? He has one more still? He still has one more? Oh, he went Himber too. Oh no, at least he went into Hazards, but that does nothing. I need to flinch through him, because he's going to go for Earthquake. I know he's Boots. The problem is I know that he's Boots. That did a lot, though. Oh, he only placed Icicle Traps. Him placing Icicle Traps is actually game-losing for him, because all my other Loomians are dead. I don't want to click Fade Away. I don't know if that's enough to KO. I'm just going to go for Mega Chomp as the safest option. Doesn't quite KO. He Icicle Trapped again. Why is he doing that? Is he Choice Locked? I'm going to Dazzling Barrage so I can save my moves. He just sacked his Himber for no reason. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, he sacked his Himber for no reason. Alright, and a layer of Barbs is up on the Tyranic, so the Tyranic is dead next time it comes in. What is his last one? What is his last one? What is it? What is his last one? Oh, it's the Sumo Beetle from before. Oh yeah, Wyndolin wins then. Wyndolin just wins then. So yeah, Shadow Sprint, Shadow Sprint, Shadow Sprint, I win. Yep, I just went with Shadow Sprint the rest of the way. That was perfect! The layer of Barbs coming in clutch! Because now the Tyranic just dies to its own Barbs. And the Helvantic, I just Shadow Sprint. So yeah, that's it. That's the game. Let's go! Barbs from Protogon coming in clutch. Barbs from Protogon coming in clutch. And it sets up for Wyndolin to win. So even though I did not get the KO on Tyranics, it did enough damage for everything to get chipped, and it was able to re-put hazard pressure. So once my Gargolem did die, it chipped everything down so I could clean up. Let's head into battle number 2. Battle number 2 with Barbs Protogon, and let's see what you have. Oh, it's a Gust team, which actually is not very good in this situation, because all of these can actually outspeed me, because I'm not the very fast Protogon. Even then, I think they just all outspeed me anyway, so that's not good, but it's looking very nice. I need to get Icicle Traps up early. That's what this is down to. I need to get Icicle Traps early. Do I try to just put early pressure on something like that? Do I try to just put early pressure? If I lead with you, I can maybe live a hit and then go for an Ice attack. Gargolem defense can be good, and I kind of need it for this battle. I'm going to need it for that, and that. I'm going to need it for all 3. I can try to get Icicle Traps up early, which is going to be needed for this battle. The good thing is there are no Spirit types, so Driving Force is free. Thing is, I have no Air type resist. So, that's not good. No Air type resist is going to be kind of brutal. You can outspeed, and I can actually utilize the Gust to my advantage. Problems, I think all of them outspeed me. The only thing that wouldn't would be this guy. And Wiki Wiki can maybe stall, but I think I need offense. I think having a hit and runner is better. This is going to be a very tough game. I think I'm going to lead Whippledrift. I'm going to lead Luminami on Whippledrift. I think it's going to be the plan here. That besets Whippledrift up turn 1. And I led Luminami to live its Nature's Force and try to get a lot of damage off immediately. Even if he goes into the Oxydrake, I can get damage off early. He just went for a Magnify. Oh my god, he just went for Magnify. Is he Clutch Plushy? Thing is, this should KO, because Whippledrifts don't usually invest on their range side. Yeah, they don't invest on their range side, so their Windsweeper's dead! Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I led Luminami, so I can get that play off. Yeah, yeah, Frostbeam does a lot of damage. Now, this is problematic. Snaggoop's going to be very tough to switch into. I do have Gargolem, though. Gargolem can't switch in, but I have to force it out, though, is the problem. So this is not going to be easy. Buck Blast will not do any damage. Okay, it did a lot, actually. So, let's get Icicle Traps early. So later in the game, it will not be able to get its traps up. Yeah, Luminami's broken. Luminami is indeed broken. So he needs to go U Typhoon. He does go U Typhoon. I get the Icicle Traps up, which is nice. Protogon cannot come in, so I can't go into that. I can just go Luminami, though, into U Typhoon, because, yeah, Luminami just walls U Typhoon. And now with Whippledrift dead, there's nothing he can do. He has to Gust here. Nope, he just Wave Record. Got a critical hit. But it doesn't matter, because this is Luminami. A critical hit doesn't matter versus Luminami. Now I can go for a Flash and Flame for some damage. And yeah, there's nothing he can do against Icicle Traps now. Oh my god, and even better, he goes Oxy Drake, meaning I can hit it with a super effective hit. And, oh, the thing is this thing has actually really good range bulk. So he's going to live the hits a lot more effectively. And he can even set up the Gust for himself. So that is something I do got to be careful about. I'm not going to go for the KO yet. Yeah, he is definitely invested on the range side, I can tell. I could set up a layer of Barbs, but honestly, a layer of Barbs does not matter against all his air types. It would only be good for his Oxy Drake. So I'd rather do something like this. Go back Lumi. And then Flash and Flee back out into something like Terrafly. He does tear down, so he does get rid of the hazards. Which is not necessarily ideal. He's probably gonna go for Rejuvenate to survive. The thing is, I don't know if the Analyze boot, I don't know if the special defense stacks with that, or if it's just a strange coincidence. Thing is, he has to set up Gust in another way. And that does no damage, and honestly, this just sets up Terrafly. This sets up Terrafly really well. Either that, or just get Gargoyle Defense back in the game. Honestly, get Gargoyle Defense back in the game. Let it reset up Icicle Traps. I know it has Teardown, but I could pressure it with this. I could pressure it with this, if I have to. He has to heal, he has to keep it alive. He is Driving Force. Oh, come on. Give me a good switch, please. Nah, I didn't want that. Yeah, I didn't want that. I actually did not want that to switch in. Yeah, now he's going to tear down again. But it's not the end of the world. I get the pivot out. That might just KO the Oxydrake altogether, actually. And now with no more strong Gust. Okay, it doesn't OHKO the Oxydrake. But again, I'm just going to put the pressure on the Oxydrake. I'm just going to put the pressure on it. I don't even care if it rejuvenates. I'm going to put the pressure on it. I'm going to put the pressure on it. I want traps up. And I don't care how many times you click Teardown. I'm going to get traps up whether you like it or not. So yeah. I'm getting it up. He's going to click Teardown. Okay, fine. If you're going to play like that. If you're going to play like that, Oxydrake, I'm just going to KO you. Fine, get KO'd. So bye-bye. So now you can't get rid of Icicle Traps now. Congrats. It's still not going to be easy because I don't know if his Typhoon has... I don't know if he has the move to reset up the wind. He probably does, but I'm not sure. All I know is that Protogon is looking nice. The thing is, Typhoon has to reset up the wind. And if I get Icicle Traps up again, it's over. He switched into Snagoop. Oh, God, he doubled. This is why I want the Icicle Traps up. That's why I want the Icicle Traps up. And I gotta save you for the Typhoon. I can't let you go down. I have to go you. And I have to get Icicle Traps up. And then I gotta go Protogon. That's gonna be the plan here. Typhoon does a lot of damage, but I live the next hit. Even if it's Maroon, I live the next hit. So I am getting those traps up. Whether you like it or not. The Icicle Traps are up. And we're looking really good now. The Icicle Traps are indeed up. I'm going to go for a Driving Force in case you miss Typhoon. But you don't miss Typhoon, but that's fine. The damage is done. Icicle Traps is up now. And I still have my Clutch Plushie alive. The thing is, this Snagoop will outspeed. So it isn't ideal. And I only get a melee attack anyway. So I do lose my Plushie if he attacks again. They don't have items? Oh, that's unfortunate for him. Hey, I'm still going to take this, because this is a good matchup for Protogon. Yep, he switched. Let's go. I get a little pivot. Little pivot on Typhoon, which we immediately just go back into Luminami. Yeah, I just spam Zip Zap. There's nothing he can do anymore. I just spam Zip Zap, and we win. Luminami comes back. Even if he gets the Gust up, it doesn't matter. Even if he gets the Gust up with this, it doesn't matter. Now, go for a Flash and Flee again. Ruffled Feathers does reset up. Oh, so he protects himself and he gets the weather up. Okay, so he does get the weather back up. It's not the end of the world. That Snagoop is still looking a little tough, but I have a Clutch Plushie available. Nosedive will make him recoil himself, which is good. So that's good. He does actually get to recoil himself. Boom! And that does KO the Typhoon. Biggest thing is, do I have enough gas left in the tank? I have a priority Loomian, so it's not the end of the world. I do have a priority Loomian. I don't need Luminami anymore. Luminami did its job. I bet his last one's Morphisu. I bet his last one's Morphisu. And if it is, Snagoop comes back in, which makes sense. I want to get some chip on you if I can. So I'll Zip Zap for some damage. He does outspeed for a Muck Blast, but guess what? I got the Clutch Plushie to survive, and since I'm smart, that actually KOs the Snagoop. Now, is your last one the... Let's see what your last one is. That last one is scary, because if it is the Typhoon... Not Typhoon. If it's Morphisu, I think it just sweeps. I think Morphisu wins. Thing is that it's only 4 air types. Uh-oh. This ain't ideal. It actually is not necessarily ideal. And this is where being the smart Protogon does not help. Yeah, now it gets to click Expert Onslaught for free. Good thing is that the Gust does not increase its attack, but that's gonna... It lived! Okay, I needed that. Yeah, that might have just done it. That might have just gave me the win. I hope it does. Oh, the Frostbite does too. Jeez. Oh, brutal. Brutal. I'm gonna rest, because I need to. Yeah, Luminami is indeed something. Yeah, Luminami's a Loomian. Alright. Thing is, I don't know if this is boots or not, so I'm gonna go Protogon first. Because the wind died, so we get to actually see what happens here. And either way, it's gonna be in Shadow Sprint range. So, Protogon comes back in, and if I don't KO it, it will be in Shadow Sprint range, and that will be it. There's the melee attack increase. We'll go for the Zip Zap. Are you boots? You are boots, so you do outspeed. Okay. Darn, that sucks. So we get to confirm that he is boots. So he's probably smart boots then. Since he's smart boots, I can actually go into Terrafly. Because my Terrafly is boots. I've been saving this all game. I've been saving the Terrafly all game. Oh, it's Nimble Boots! Really? You're Nimble Boots? Again, we're fine. We're fine, because again, we have Shadow Sprint on Wendolin. But still, so he's Nimble Boots first. Okay, well, I'm making it Brawny Nimble then. Good to know. Brawny Nimble. It's fine, we just Shadow Sprint. And that's it. That's the game. That was actually a pretty close end game. The Morpheus almost clutched up. Let's head into battle number 3. Alright, we're into battle number 3 with Protogon. And this looks like a really good battle for it. I do have to be careful because there is an electric resist. And I do gotta watch out for Predemptive Strike on that guy. So I am gonna have to be careful, but I can play around it. Like, it's not the worst. If I lead with you... Oh... I want to bring this so I'm not completely dead. And I want to bring you so I don't lose the Icicle Traps. Thing is, that Wintrix is going to be an utter nightmare. That Wintrix is going to be an utter nightmare. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with that. I don't want to lead Luminami and then just get completely wrecked. What if I lead with you on that? We get to see what the set it is. So... And then I could maybe bring Terrafly. I don't know how to play this, but I want Terrafly. I do not want to not bring Lumi. I think I'm going to do it, though. This is kind of risky, but it kind of doesn't look like the best battle for Lumi anyway, even though it can blanket wall the Wintrix. Thing is, I just want to... Oh, there's a Lumi, though. Lumi, he has his own Lumi, and I'm not going to be able to block Flash and Flea too. Problem is that Wiki is just too passive. And oh boy, here we go. There's Wintrix lead. Oh boy, okay. Just go for Fade Away. Don't think about it too much. I wish I led with Protogon. We get to see if you're boots at least, so that's something. We get to at least see what set you are. There's a Fade Away that does... Okay, it's dead in the next hit. What if I go with... no, this is offensive Infernix. That's not the defensive variant. If I lose Gargolem, I lose. If I lose Wintrix, I lose. If I lose Protogon... If I lose Protogon Clutch Plushie, it's not... I have to lose Clutch Plushie. Dang it, I didn't want to lose this, but... I think I have to. It's the only play I have, unless it baffles, which I guess it could just baffle. Jetstream, dang it. Don't lower my speed. It didn't. Good, I could survive. So... I'll just start Burst, because if he goes into, like, Dokomore, I could play it like that. If he goes Dokomore, it can't pivot. Well, I'm screwed. I'm in trouble. Why did I go for Dart Burst? I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have been Charged Dark on the first attack anyway. So, yeah, that is quite possibly the worst possible start that I could ever get. I mean, I do have Wonder Herb on Infernix, but it's not necessarily ideal because I can get provoked. Let's see if it'll allow me to get it up. Oh, no, I could get stalled out. What am I thinking? I could get stalled. Plasmoff is a nightmare for this team. Yep, there's the provoke. There's the provoke, so I can't get rid of that move. I could just go for the Wendolin play, which, you know, I will go for the Wendolin play. And then I want to click Fade Away very badly. There's the Pestilence, as expected. It's one of these Plasmoffs. That did so much damage. It's actually kind of insane how much that did. Like, I don't want to stop momentum is the thing. Let's see. Do you have Lumi? We get to see. Yep, he has Lumi. I should have predicted! That's why I always try to predict the Lumi. Because if I don't now, it gets to click Flash and Flee. For free. And I'm in trouble. Unless I go... If I go in Phoenix, get Health Amulet HP... I need to find a way to safely herb. Wonder herb, if y'all are wondering. Do I go for... I mean, it isn't completely over. Oh, if he goes Wintrix, it's completely over, is the problem. If he goes Wintrix, it's completely over. Unless he expects me to live the hit, but... Oh, no. I'm screwed. I lose a Loomian no matter what. Oh, he went Wintrix just straight up. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to get a Loomian back into fight. You know what? Let's use this as an opportunity. I don't care if I lose my health amulet. I don't care. I do not care. I'm getting Protogon back into this battle whether you like it or not. So yeah, Protogon's back into the fight. Good. Protogon's back into the fight. I could save you for later. And I can't hit Wintrix with this. Oh, it's so tricky because I can't hit it with this. Do I just go for a Fire Breath? Yes. He bulked up! Okay, he bulked up. Alright, he bulked up. So I made the right play to Fire Breath. This will do a decent chunk of damage. It won't OHKO. Ah, I needed one more hit! Oh, that's gonna do it! The bird gets hit! So skilled! I'm so skilled! Let's go! The skill! The skill! Nice. That's a huge Loomian to have dead. Still gotta worry about Wintrix, though, but... Hey, that's fine. Boy, I'm glad I added all the extra TP. Yeah, I gotta still worry about this. I still gotta worry about this guy. The good thing is that Protogon can come back into the game if need be. It's just... I don't want to reveal Gargoyle Defense and then get absolutely cooked by it. Do I just let Infernix go down? I mean, it kind of did what it needed to do. Yeah, darn it. I mean, I didn't know what to do there. It critted anyway. Really? It critted? I need more chip. What if I just go Terrify now? He's not Boots. I can confirm he's not Boots, so... I'm going to play that to my advantage. So, say bye-bye to Wintrix. Wintrix is dead. Perfect. That's a huge Loomian to have dead. And I still have 2 melee attackers for the Plasma. Luminami comes in. I can just go for a Baneful again. I'm just going to Baneful again for some damage. I can live 1 Frost Beam. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO because Terrafly is built differently. There's the Frost Beam. That will not OHKO me. Does a lot, though, but does not OHKO. And now he's going to get Ambush boosted on the other side. Yeah, he gets Ambush boosted hit on Seer Knight, which takes a ton of damage. Good. Terrifying is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I can now set up an Icicle Traps. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I know how to win this game. I don't even care about getting paralyzed anymore. If I can just get traps up on the field, Plasmoth, get traps, get barbs, get everything chipped is the way to go here. Stirring Steel will deal us a chunk, but yeah, now with Wintrix out of the game, we're looking very good. We can chip stuff down. I'm just gonna place Icicle Traps. I have a plan. Let's place Icicle Traps, Barbs. Icicle Trap, Barbs. So Seer Knight and Plasmoth both get injured. There's Lumi. I'm actually willing to take a Frost Beam here. In this situation, I'm willing to take a Frost Beam. So I can actually get Barbs down for both. So I'm willing to do this. This is a good time to will this into existence. He just Flash and Flee. Perfect. So more hazards. And if he goes Plasmoth, I Driving Force. Yeah, I know how to play this. Seer Knight comes back in. The good thing is, Seer Knight... Yeah, this is good. So I'm getting Barbs and Icicle Traps up, which is good. Now it's going to deal some nice chip. That's going to deal some nice chip to both of them. And I don't think Seer Knight has any moves to remove hazards, which is good. Barbs again. He's just focused on trying to... If I can get a little bit more chip, I'll actually not be in a bad spot. So he slaps down, gets rid of my Milkshake. Kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world. This time I'll Driving Force and force a Loomian in. Let's force a Loomian in and out. I got my hazards up. Nice! Okay. Perfect. That's perfect. Into Loomian, take some chip. Yeah, I don't think it's getting any Power Napper HP. Yeah, I don't think it can get that much Power Napper. It's going to stay chipped for the rest of the fight. The Plasmoth or Seer? It doesn't matter who comes in here. Okay, Seer Knight comes back in, no big deal. Yeah, it doesn't matter who came back in there. I could just get Icicle Traps back up. So, yeah. I can just get Icicle Traps back up and just prevent Plasmoth from doing its thing. Get everything chipped for the Protogon. Because Protogon is looking very good in the endgame. There we go. Now I click Driving Force again. He goes for Restoring Steel for damage. That does not matter too much. Nice. And yeah, now the Icicle Traps are back up. Driving Force again. Nice! I get to actually force either Luminami or the other thing. Depending on which one it is, I don't care. Please be the Plasmoth. I want it to be the Plasmoth, so it can take some damage. Yes, it's the Plasmoth. Plasmoth takes damage. No matter what happens, Plasmoth's going to get chipped a little bit. From Barbs and Icicle Traps. Let's go. Let's go. And you're forced to be Tear Down if you want to get rid of the traps. He just rejuvenates to stay alive. That's fair. Fair. Rejuvenates to stay alive. Driving Force. Perfect. We're in a pretty good situation here. If he goes Loomy, I just place traps. Oh, I didn't want it to be Seer Knight that time. Thing is, it's getting injured. The Seer Knight is gradually going down. I'm just going to place a layer of Barbs and not think about it too much. Place a layer of Barbs. Yeah, I know how to play this. I know how to play this endgame. I know how to play this endgame. We could just do some fade-away shenanigans and we win. I want Seer Knight to KO me. If not, I'll just Mudslide it and get it down in range. Yep, I got my play. I live the hit. I'll Mudslide it to get it chipped. And then we just Zip Zap 3 times with Protogon and we win. I only got to use the Barbs move once, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. And yeah, now we're looking very good now. With Hazards up. There's nothing. And I have 2 Fade Away. And I have Terrafly and Windolin. So we're looking very, very, very good up to this point. Yeah, we're smooth sailing now. Protogon comes in with a ranged attack increase. Oh, you're ranged defensive? Are you kidding me? Fine, I'll Zip Zap you, just like everything else. Thing is, I don't care if I get Parad. Parad doesn't matter that much anymore, because I outspeed the Seer Knight and the other guy. Perfect. That's pretty much the match right there. That's pretty much the match right there. I can now go Terrafly. It's game over. It's game over from here. Baneful Bash. Nicely done. And I outspeed because I am Specialty Boots. That crit really does not matter. The Barbs are up for the Luminami. Seer Knight is still alive, so Seer Knight can switch in one more time, but no big deal. Seer Knight does come in one more time, taking a little damage from Chip. Does get rid of the Icicle Traps, but it's out of energy, so guess who comes back in? Guess who can come in for free? The Protogon, baby. The Protogon can come in again. Nice. Protogon comes back in. We can click Zip Zap again. Using this as a hit and runner is definitely the way to go. He just sets a layer of Barbs. That's no big deal. Barbs doesn't matter too much. The damage is done. The damage is done. I don't need that. The damage is done. So yeah, he lets his guard down the rest. Say bye-bye to the Seer Knight. Overall, not a bad showcase. Not a bad showing from the Protogon. Now I'll just go into Windolin and see if... Let's see if Windolin can just clean up the game by itself. Let's see if Windolin can just clean up the game. I don't think it will do enough damage. I also just want to make another short on Luminami being broken yet again for the 218th time. Yeah, it's living this. It's living this. That's actually funny. It's actually going to live this Mega Chomp, unless it's not armor. Oh, it's Shade Pearl. Oh, it would have actually died if it wasn't Shade Pearl. Hey, look at it this way. More KOs for the Protogon. That's more KOs for the Protogon, so yeah. Protogon just comes back in, and it gains another KO! Another KO from the Prota. And I get a range attack increase this time, which is perfect. So I'll go for another Zip Zap, and that will be GG's. I only got to click Barbs once. It was mainly Gargolem defense. I was placing the Barbs. But the thing that's good about Protogon having Barbs is that once your Gargolem defense is dead, you have a backup. You could still place Barbs up even after your main Barb setter is dead, and you still have other attacks. Like, it's a Barb setter that has some offense to it. So you could choose whatever you want to do. You could choose to place Barbs and deal chip damage over time, or you could choose to attack, pivot out, deal a lot of damage, use energy surge to hit certain threats. So you could do whatever you want with Protogon now. It's actually a lot more flexible of a Loomian now, which makes it really good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of me using Barbs Protogon, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!